This is not a religious platform. However, the host is unapologetically a follower of Christ, not to be confused with the well-known religion of Christianity that has grown to be a cesspool that breeds discord within and beyond the church walls. Please note, open heart surgery will take place here. Side effects include overwhelming doses of reconditioning of the heart and mind, restoring relationships, and ruining religion. This content is not for the faint of heart, cause this gon' definitely hit different. Well, now that we got all the legal jargon out of the way, throw on your lab coat, grab your beakers, and turn up the volume on your speakers, cause it's now time for What's Cooking in the Lab with your hosts, Lil D8VID and Dexter, PhD. This show has been rated TMI, one that will touch your soul, mature your spirit, and inform and influence your total being.
Public service announcement.
Sure.
Is the mic on? Attention, attention. No matter you deacon or a side chick assistant. It's the top of the hour with the station that honors your total being and existence. This one's for you. So grab your goggles and your lab coat, cause it's time for HammerHead Radio. Formulated to hit a little different. Yeah. It's Lil David.
And Dexter, PhD.
Listen up, listen up, listen up. Tune into the lab and see what we cooking up, cooking up. A station made. So what's going on? Good morning. This is gonna be like the beginning of a new thing for me. Come on in, come on citizens, come on citizens. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Having a little breakfast. They do say that the breakfast is the best part of the day. The breakfast or is the most important meal of the day, should I say, rather. But my name is Travis Pierre the Natural. I'm also go by other alias and names known as Adi Lingo. That's my rapper name. And then I have Lil David, which is my radio hosting name, and that's probably what you'll be referring to me as, Lil David. Yeah, man, I had this show called the HammerHead Radio Show, man, back in Detroit. I'm down here in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Actually, let me stop telling stories and lying. I actually live in Griffin. I'm out in the country, y'all. So, this will be the kickoff to my new vlogging series, Scarface. For those of you who follow me, you know what I'm saying, the few of you who follow me with HammerHead Radio Show back at home, to all my supporters and everything like that, thank you so much. But I tried to do my little kickoff launch party, and it was an epic fail. Fail in the sense that, you know what I'm saying, it just didn't live up to my own expectations. However, it was a valuable lesson, something well learned, something that I needed to go through a process that I went to. But, you know, like most of us, when something like that happens, I'm talking about I spent a whole lot of money, checks that I didn't need to, and I should have been paying bills, all types of stuff, just to see my vision get off the ground. However, it fell flat on its face, and here are a few reasons why. It fell flat on its face because it was a God-given revelation, and I kept him in it, but I still my flesh was all over it. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. My flesh was all over it. My heart was in it wholeheartedly I meant well, but I was still trying to, you know, you have Facebook, you have these social media followers, you have this thing called numbers. Yeah, we always look at them. So, you know, as a matter of fact, take a look at this. And you're gonna pan to my views on YouTube. All right, yeah, so you just seen that? Yeah, that is not, my numbers ain't really hitting like that. Probably because, first of all, because the message that I'm coming with is just not what people want to hear right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want the good messages, the freaky deaky, all that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just not me, so. Excuse me, I'm rambling, but I wanted to be popular. Long story short, I wanted to be popular. I wanted this thing to be hot, but it was a hot mess, all right? And, you know, when you have a big fail like that, you know, from publicly, in both publicly and with my family, you know, they always, you know how your family is. Your families can be your worst critics at times as well. But I just stopped doing it. I kind of gave up, you know, but that's not what you need to do. You got to keep going, learn from your mistakes, and this is where we are today. So I got to get my juices back going. So this is not really just like what I'm used to. I'm really used to these big, extravagant, and I want to just make sure that you guys get the best content. But that's where I was falling short. Y'all gonna fall in love with me for me. So we about to get this thing kicked off. Y'all stay tuned. Let me go ahead and finish my meal so I can get some more stuff in here for y'all. All right, so let's do a little explanation real quick. So The reason why I'm starting to do the vlog series is, first of all, I'm also known as the original pusher of Pushing P, okay? I've been working on this thing called the P Formula for years before that saying even came out. Shout out to my girl Queen Fierce for helping me even complete my little thing with the first one, which is peace. But yeah, speaking of me being the original pusher P of Pushing P, procrastination gets me every time, and I'm sure it gets you too. So the first reason why I'm starting the vlogging series is because I got all these ideas written on paper. They all, you know what I'm saying, and shows and interviews, questions, and all these things. But guess what they doing? they sitting right here. The richest people are where? In the graveyard. Because, you know what I'm saying, they slept on and never brought to fruition or manifested, you know, their dreams and the things that were in here and the things that they wrote down in here. I will get to talk about the value of writing stuff down, though. I will say that. However, this is me making the move. You just gotta go, like Nike, just do it. You gotta get out there. You gotta not worry about, you know what I'm saying, what other people talking about, what they got going on. You gotta just do it. There will be a community for you. There will be a following for you. Your story, your movie, your book, your music, your sound, your gift in general. The reason why you have it is so that somebody can find it, value it, cherish it, share it with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's on you, to get it out there and heard. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know I got the gift of gab. I know that I am a personality, and I'm gonna show y'all through this little series. But the second and most important reason is the reason why I started the HammerHead Radio Show is because HammerHead Radio. Let's do a little walkthrough. So HammerHead Radio is it's my baby. So HammerHead, hammers do what? They knock down nails. So my tagline is, it's a show that's always gonna hit a little different. All right? I need y'all to remember that. It's gonna hit a little different. Because I am different. I am a peculiar, there we go, the P words. Pay close attention. But they're gonna get pay close attention. All right, so you know, I'm not talking crazy. So yeah, a peculiar child of God, and man, it's just my ebb and flow is different. My story, my personal experience, all of that has consisted of both worldly and churchy things. And one of the most things that we as believers, we as just followers of Christ are have a hard time dealing with is the balance. So, you know, one of the biggest things that I had a problem with media, for a lot of people, let's break all this down. I'm gonna add a lot to talk about rather. And y'all tell me to slow down, because that's one thing that I'm working on. I am from up top. I'm from Michigan. You know, I'm a fast talker. I'm very passionate. I'm real excited. I'm an Aries. My birthday is coming up real soon. So anyway, yeah, I'm learning how to speak. Communication is everything. So here we go. But the HammerHead Radio show and idea was birthed during the pandemic. Always had a love for music. Always had this big, great personality and this voice that I knew needed to be heard. However, and then with me dealing with my own personal struggles on the inside, I dealt with drug addiction, homosexuality, all the big major things, just balance with, just treat my family and friends right, you know, just like, so all of these major things, like, so it's just like, man, how do y'all talk so much about what's needed here, what's needed there, but there are no actual outlets. And so I'm like, I gotta create this outlet, because I found myself in a pattern. Like, I would do good, okay, I'm done doing this for a while, and I would do good and I would hop out of it, you know, and get back into church and do all these things, but it never really lasted. And it was because there was no real root and foundation of it being, how do I want to say this? It was real in action, However, it just didn't feed me all the way. If you can make it, if that kind of makes sense. So what I'm saying is the reason why I birthed HammerHead Radio is because, oh, here we go. Explaining it right like this: the lukewarmness of it all, the hopping back and forth, being double-minded. There we go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Being double-minded. I needed to create the balance. So I love my gospel music. I love my church music. But let's be real, even though I shouldn't be having sex because I'm not married, I'm not making love to Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. That makes sense? You know what I'm saying? Or Jesus near the cross. You know, so let's make it make sense. So there has to be a balance. And, you know, one thing that I'll never forget is being in the presence of a musical great and a musical legend, the Devon Murphy. His father is William H. Murphy. A lot of you might know who his father is, William H. Murphy Jr., who is a pastor, one of the prayer pastors over the Full Gospel Fellowship. But he wrote an album. Isaac Caree's done the same thing. He wrote an album that was not the parental advisory, but it was just not, it just wasn't full of scripture. It wasn't full of praises to the Lord. It was to his wife. And the controversy with that a lot of times is there's no balance. And a lot of people kind of came down on him for the act of making this CD or making this sound. But that's why we have so many people bouncing back and forth, because there's no balance. We too judgy. So the purpose of HammerHead Radio is a place, a platform where you can get all of that in the same thing. I'm trying to give you inspiration. I'm giving you real topical conversations and talk that bring the pressure. There you go, that P. You feel what I'm saying? So no topics are off limit. However, and I also don't believe, you know what I'm saying, like I am unapologetically a follower of Christ. Now that's one thing that and that was one thing that I struggled with even with my first show, is like, you know what I'm saying, like, how do I like be this man of God I know who I am and called to be, but also appealing to my generation, because that's who I have a heart for, and those are coming up. So how do I create this balance and not be so churchy or just reciting scripture? And then, you know, and what I found is Jesus didn't walk through saying, "Oh, I'm Jesus, I'm God." He kicked it with the lowlies of the lows. He did these things, and that's what people really need to get back to and really understand and realize, is that it's not, you have to have the balance, or it's just not going to work. So I'm full of the show is going to be full of inspiration, full of motivational manna or affirmations, as we call them today, things that will allow you to bring things into manifestation. These words that they're using today, but we just like to call it the fruit. You hear what I'm saying? So the fruit thereof of your work, you know. So yeah, man, HammerHead Radio is a station that's needed. Another problem that I found with, you know what I'm saying, just the radio, especially during the pandemic time and how it was birthed, was we couldn't go nowhere. People were still doing what they do, but that was just a time where, like, the real and the original premise of radio could have really done a lot more with just talking to people. You know what I'm saying? We got the depression at an all-time high, went through that. Like, so many, the pandemic really put people in so many messed up places, because we had never not had the opportunity or of not having the choice of not being able to go somewhere. So that really put a lot of pressure on a lot of people. Marriages were messed up, you know. People was realizing what the kids was really doing. Like, it was just a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. And so my thing with radio is why is y'all still playing, like, the Cardi B's and stuff? Like, I'm a realist. Love me a little bit of Cardi B every now and then. Then it's you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's nothing wrong with that. But during that time, we needed something that was a little bit more inspiring, something that was going to push us, that take us out of the mindset of freaking cooking. Everything ain't gotta be about your ping and your bread basket. You feel what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, the buns, the little Debbie's you got. You know what I'm saying? Everything should be about that because if you become a product of your environment. We also know that music, that's why we got these words, these terms like vibrations and all this stuff. This stuff in these frequencies, all of this stuff is real, folks. So you got to watch what you're listening to and what you're doing at times. So you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to interject things in there that will bring you and put you into a positive mind space. I.e. example. Used to go to the club hard. Everybody know the song D4L, Nuck If You Buck, right? Nuck if you buck, nuck. What happened in the club when that song came on? 9 times out of 10. I'm away. Somebody got to fighting, right? So it's quick proof right there. So HammerHead Radio is going not always be about the churchy side. However, I am going to slide in my inspiration, songs that have gotten me through my days, just to give you a different mindset. Yes, there it is. Changing up your mindset, changing up your mood. I'm going to be introducing to some and presenting to a lot of you some artists who are Christian hip-hop artists, but you would never know who they are. And it's not even necessarily just all about, they're not every artist has their own swag and they all have their different purpose, okay, in the music that they release. Everything doesn't have to be scream or say God and Jesus in every verse or anything like that. Personal experience, just things that of the change, you know what I'm saying, are needed. Motivation, inspiration. So anyway, long story short, I'm going to be introducing y'all to some new artists, some people that need to be heard. And the thing that I dislike about mainstream media is like they keep it all separate. And not only do they keep it all separate, but they control it. Media, if you don't know, is the root word of medium. So there's the airwaves, and any of my biblical kids, church kids, we know that the devil is the prince of the airwaves. So they send out what messages they want to be sent out. So just like the liquor stores in certain neighborhoods, if I only these urban radio stations can play and will only play, shake that and let me see what you got. You know what I'm saying? If I or shoot 'em up, kill, rob, deal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the mindset that our children, that's the mindset that, you know what I'm saying, our generation is going to take on. So sometimes we just have to take a step back and see how we can change that. Well, I got the juice. He gave me the juice. I got the juice. So if you want something that's going to always hit a little different, if you want something that's going to, you know what I'm saying, help you clean up your house, put you in another mood, you know what I'm saying, wake you up, not just literally, but spiritually, mentally, physically, all of that. Come on over here to this side, Doc. HammerHead Radio is going to be off the chain. I kind of went on a little rant right there. I did, didn't I? But anyway, the purpose of me saying all of that was to say this. I couldn't let my dreams die. I'm going to let you authentically fall in love with me here with these little vlogging sessions. There will be purpose. There will be, some shared principles that I'm going to give you all on how I'm getting through my days. But basically, I'm going to be doing this. The original setup of this vlogging series is going to be basically kind of the integration of what I did on the radio show. But also, since I'm going to be using YouTube and I don't have all these licensing things, so let me say this now. YouTube, to all of the music people, musicians and artists that I will be introducing to you. This is just so that we can all get on with, so I can kind of meet you, so I can get a real interview with you. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be doing these music reviews. Artists that you would normally not hear, or that you wouldn't hear unless you were in a church realm, or in these particular circles. And that's one thing that we as believers have got to stop doing. We are doing a whole lot of doctoring on ourselves. Yeah, we got the Praise 102.5 FM, you know what I'm saying, these stations, but Ray and them is not turning to 102.5. Keisha is not, she listening to 94 The Beat with Young Jock. You know what I'm saying? They not doing that, and you know, and they not telling you, they won't tell you. But they need it, they want to hear that too sometimes. And there's a way that you can do it, and that's not forceful. That's not forceful. Just like I said, I'm unapologetically a follower of Christ. But I am going to show you that all of my conversations don't have to have his name audibly, but you should be able to see him through me physically. You feel what I'm saying? Through the way that I act, the way that I sound, how you'll see that how I'm changing over time, my trajectory. You'll be able to see more of him through me. So that will be my way of getting him to you. And then you're going to be like, well, dang, he went through all that. So this is the beginning. You see, I'm in my mama's house. This ain't mine. I'm in my mama's house. I ain't made it there yet. I'm in my stepdaddy road. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating off a paper plate. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to wash no dishes. You hear what I'm saying? Hey, but this is the beginning because I am a legend in the making. That's where I got, and so, yeah. Let me stop. So, it's going to be called L.I.T TV. All right? So, this is how he works with me. So, my God works with me in acronyms and alliteration. Okay? So, if ain't no acronym or no alliteration involved, it ain't me, Doc. Because I'm speaking my blue check into existence. You hear what I'm saying? Hey! So, all right, so yeah, so it's L.I.T TV. L.I.T. Not only are we lit over here, but I am a legend in the making. All right? So that's what Lit TV stands for. Like I said, he just gave me the juice to kind of like get back in there, get back in the game, man. And we're going to be lit. We're going to be lit. I'm about to do these reviews. And the purpose of me doing these reviews is to give you something else to listen to, giving you an insider on these artists that you would normally not hear. And the reason why we need a station that gives balance, a reason why we need these artists heard, man. Like, come on, man. Can't give it to you all, but the first artist that I'll be doing is none other than Mr. PMJ, Pastor Mike Jr. When I tell you this joker, shout out to you, man. Wherever you are right now, sir, I ask that the Lord just continue, restore your soul, restore your spirit. I hope that your congregation is praying for you, keeping you together, keeping you right, because we need that mind of yours, that heart for God of yours, that to stay as pure as possible, because, and we need you on the HammerHead radio show. We need you in this atmosphere to be connected to this, because your sound is the sound that is going to get and save so many lives, man. It blessed me so. I really wish that I would have started recording myself when I first heard the album. It blessed me so in such a crazy way that tears just began to just fall from my face for an array of different reasons. One was because I could relate to the music so much. Two, because I'm sitting back, I'm a writer myself. I'm like, oh, why couldn't I have wrote that? Like, oh. But I will get back, we'll touch on that later. But then three, I'm like, this is the sound that is gonna grab. This is like that area that's just is perfect. It's like it's perfect. The layout of the CD is perfect. It's like it got its churchy moments. It got its bop that gets you out of where you can like clean up the house and feel good. And it's just like it's the perfect. It's the bluept sound for HammerHead Radio. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like it's the blueprint sound. Like his sound, he knows how. Man, we're gonna talk about it. And I want you to join me on it, man. I want y'all, because I want to get your feedback. I want to hear what y'all think about these artists that I bring into y'all. Man, because the sounds are dope. You got Caleb, Mike Teasy, like so many of these jokers out here that you wouldn't even know about that's killing some of these mainstream rappers. Like literally, their flow, they bars is so hard. Bars so hard. Ain't cussing out one time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like bars are hard. Like, so yeah, we about to do this review, and it's just really just goes to the reason why the King gave me HammerHead Radio. Something for the folks to look forward to that gives them that balance, that feeds their inner man and woman, and helps them stay encouraged in their walk, man. Not only stay encouraged in their walk, but also draws those unto him. You feel me? So man, just stay tuned. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Right here on Lit TV. I am a legend in the making, and you are too. All right, so here I just pretty much wanted to just go ahead and just like start my day and just show you how and what it is that I do. Just want to wake up every morning and go ahead and just start out by making my bed up fresh. Because one thing that I learned is that, cleanliness is next to godliness, even though it's not a scripture. We just know it to be a principle and rule. And spirits are real, folks. And if you allow your space to get dirty, you know what I'm saying, clothes everywhere, spirits can hide in clothes. They can hide in plain sight and you not even know it. All because of the clutter, not even just filth, but just the clutter that you have accumulated. So if you are a little junky, hey, just start by cleaning. You're always feeling heavy and weighted and attacked. Might be you could start by simply just cleaning up. Seriously, you might think I'm being funny, but no cap. All right, y'all. So I told y'all that what I'm saying. The Lord, He humbled me real quick. I'm back living with my mama real quick. Do not have my own space. So I used to have a 3-bedroom home. 2-bathroom or just fireplace, all of that. But anyway, and I had enough space to I turned my king size, my master bedroom into a studio basically. But here I'm having to, just like really take this one little bedroom and make it all the spaces that I need. So you guys gotta work with me. I'm growing. That's why I'm trying to get this money together so that I can put my own headquarters, get this show back off the ground, and really provide some good content and really allow you all to see the need for HammerHead Radio, multimedia arts network, like all of those things, like we're going big. So stay tuned. Alright folks, so this right here is actually the finished product of the room, and when I got finished cleaning and tidying up a bit, Lane Creators KingDumbb, the business card that you saw there, that is the actual name of my company. The Lord just told me, create your own lane, so Lane Creators, so I'm looking for some people to help join me, but this is just the clean space that I have provided. This is the finished product, and my little creative space for right now. To make a little space. All right, so here, let's start here. So this right here is this is where I will be meeting you for SCAR. Remember guys, SCAR stands for self-care, affirmations, and rants. that was one of those segments that I'm going to be introducing to you all in the vlog series. I'm probably just going to transfer over to the radio show that I'm shooting for as my end goal. So what you see here right now, plastered up on the screen, is what's cooking in the lab. The lab stands for Let Your Aspirations Bloom. Like I said a little bit before earlier, the name of my company is Lane Creators. I've been trying to break into the music industry for a very long time, and just not had that success, or didn't want to take certain routes that would have allowed me to, enter into that arena. But God just, just kept holding it off. But He protects us from ourselves sometimes. So I just thank Him for that, and for allowing me to do it this way, authentically, on His time. So what's cooking in the lab? You can check me out on Spotify. I have a couple of shows up there for you already. I am going to be, like I said, I'm committing to more consistency and just committing wholeheartedly of having a spirit of a finisher. All right. So I also go by the original Pusher P. And this next little clip that I was doing was just basically, it's kind of like a rant, really, but just some more principles and information. So the name of the show, like you see, is What's Cooking in the Lab, Dexter PhD. Lil D8VID is my host name, and I'll just try to keep everything all scientific. So the P formula consists of peace, because you must first have peace. If without peace, nothing else will be able to sustain. So the next one after that is going to be positivity. Once you have had peace, once you got peace, getting a positive mindset, is the next thing. It's going to allow you to put things into perspective, allow you to plan, allow you to, really, get out, get to the goal. So after that, then you have passion and pursuit. So you have peace of mind. Now you're thinking with a clear head. You think positive thinking. Now which allows you to put things into perspective. Once you put things into perspective, you now have to put things into a plan. Once you have that plan, now you can go after that plan with all your passion and pursue that thing. And the end thing, if you keep on pushing and have a spirit of a finisher, the end result is the promise, which is at the end. So that's the P formula, folks. But just go ahead and stay tuned. Watch what I got next for you. All right, pushing P, principles. Like I just said, those might not be for you, whatever. But writing it out, write the vision, make it plain. That works. Okay. Principles. That's the number. Sorry. Principles. I remember my pastor teaching this about principles. A lot of things and laws have been set in the universe, set in the world. By God. And even though people might not want to acknowledge His existence, don't want to subscribe to Christianity, that there, whatever. The things is words create worlds, and that's in the beginning. In the beginning, God, there was a word. The word was God. He spoke the thing happened. I'm going quickly. So catch up. Words create worlds. So we know that. So speak it, say it. We know the death and life are in the power of the tongue. We know these things. So principles. Some things, even just taking it out of biblical context. Some principles are principles. Laws are laws. If I run a red light and there's a policeman right there, I'm going to get a ticket. I'm going to get pulled over. That law is set. But that law is not set in place to just get in my pocket. It's set in place so that I can save not only the other person's life, but my life, but the other person's life who might be coming through the crosswalk, whatever, what have you. All can understand that, I'm sure. But my pastor told this story And this is how relatable and how I want to break it down and how to just reach whoever it is. Let's talk about drug dealers, because I've have dealt with a drug addiction. Cocaine was my drug of choice, like real talk, just being honest and candid. All the judgy people, swipe left, keep moving. We all have our vices, but this is just one of my little short rants. But anyway, drug dealers. Have you ever noticed how? Have you ever seen what movie is it? Is it In Too Deep? I believe it's with Omar Epps, LL Cool J. If you notice, now all things do come to an end. All good things, all things come to an end. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why LL Cool J's what do you call it? His reign lasted so long. That's not the word I was looking for. But why his little posse, they lasted so long, was because he worked principle. You know what I'm saying? Not only did he take care, now gotta be careful. Now, even though he was taking care, he took care of the community with the food truck for Thanksgiving. He didn't, you know what I'm saying, use that money to buy turkeys to feed the community. Even as messed up as it is, even so, you know, sometimes you have, you know, those drug users who don't have the money, or, you know, try to offer other services and stuff like that, and, you know, but, you know, go ahead and give them the little extra or whatever. Now, that sounds all messed up, but there's principle behind it. You know what I'm saying? Just giving to the poor, or, you know, that's why he was able to sustain for such a long time, because not because he was doing the right thing, but because when you work a principle, when you work a law, it just has to naturally work for you. All right, but that was a little rant. We'll get back to that a little bit later, but that's enough. But now y'all just see me eat. I just cleaned up my room. I got my workspace together. Got my little workspace together. We all good. We all clean. We tidy. My little single busy. Look, I gotta make room for like a little space to greet y'all and see y'all. So, but now it's time to brush these teeth, the little teeth I got left. Let's go get fixed real soon. Once I start getting monetization, because I ain't got it yet. Right now, I'm just trying to go ahead and just really just reach somebody, reach y'all, and help y'all with my life and my story. All right, you hear me? Huh? Yo, what's going on? And he's back. It's the one that you love to hate. I still am the Fresh Prince of Capital City, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. It is your host, Lil D8VID. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, and we are back. I told you I was going to brush my teeth. Look, there you go again. I got it all out. I'm saying things that I need to be reminded of and see every day. Man, you gotta do it, man. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to brush these good old teeth, you know, what I got left, like I said, and we about to get it started. Meet you back in 10. All right, folks. So just throwing a little something to wear real quick. You know, got through done brushing my teeth. Hit these little pits real quick, little private parts, and you know, so we about to get the day started. So how I like to start each of my day is by speaking into my life to replace all of the negativity that I might encounter throughout the day, to replace all of the rejection that is in my mind subconsciously. I'm going to talk about that in future episodes to come. So once again, reintroducing to you Scarface. Self-care affirmations and rants. All right. So like I said, I'm a visual person. So I'm both my light bulbs work. So y'all stop playing. I did that so that you might be able to read what's on the screen. So, you know, I got the self-care affirmations rants up there. But every morning I like to start out first with I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. Am I looking into the camera, y'all? I love myself unconditionally. I'm still learning this thing a little bit. So I usually have somebody doing the camera for me, but it's just me. So yeah, I love myself unconditionally. There is something that they say about repetition. I'm reading this book called The Celebration of Discipline. And in there, it talks about how to study. And one of the things about studying is repetition. Repetition, and then subconsciously, if you say something enough, or if you speak like just like we know that life and death are in the power of the tongue. If you speak it into existence, it will happen. If you know what I'm saying, and over and over and over again, it will become a mindset. It will become a mind frame, and a construct in your life. So, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else if you don't love yourself? So I love myself unconditionally. A lot of my hurt and my pain and my scars have come from me simply not loving myself and letting people do what they want to do. People will only do to you what you allow them to do. I'm gonna say that for the people in the back. People will only do to you what you allow them to do. So I know that is one of my scars, me not loving myself. So I start each day out by saying, well, first, good morning, Holy Spirit. And then the first thing is, I love myself unconditionally. The true agape, okay? Next is, I am blessed. I am healthy and healed, all right? I am a steward of my finances, because I am not too good. I haven't been too good with money, but speaking it into existence. I'm gonna say this every day. I am a steward of finances. I have more money than bills. My mind is strong. My temple, my mind, my home is filled with peace. Y'all, this right here is, you cannot go without this. Peace is everything. Like, y'all, and that's the first step in my P formula, okay? I'm gonna get to that in shows to come as well, but I told y'all I was the true originator in the pushing P, like real talk. Like, so on and keep going. And I go ranting again. Okay, so back to these affirmations. I have a spirit of a finisher. I've had a lot of problems with consistency. I have a lot of problems with commitment in the past. So, and I believe I opened up this vlogging series with that, letting you know that, you know what I'm saying, I had a radio show before, blase, and kind of got discouraged and did not stay committed. Nor was I consistent, because the shows weren't lining up. But anyway, I lack nothing. I lack nothing. I lack nothing. I am debt free. That goes back to me being a steward of my finances. How can I bless you with $100,000 if you can't spend $1,000 right? All right? So I am debt free, and I am a steward of finances. We just can't ask for the debt free. The steward needs to come first. Everything in decency and in order, folks. I am not alone. For God and the Scarface family, us meeting right here every morning, every time that I post, are with me. And I know that y'all with me too, because this is what I'm doing it for. Feel it? All right. And I have a spirit of expectancy. You can't just speak all of these things and not believe them. It's not gonna work. Like, this is just not gonna work. So you gotta be expecting something. Expecting. Just like y'all gonna be expecting for this originality and this personality next on the next video. I'm expecting for y'all to show up for that thing. You hear what I'm saying? All right. So, but the last and final thing. Now, this is one of the personal things for me, but I believe I'm reading this book. Now this one is it's a men's book, but this context right that I'm about to use it in right now is truly for men, women, woman, and child. It's like it's. Actually, let me go see what it says. Let me go get the book so I can read to you what it says. All right, y'all. So we're back. I got the book. It's called Move. Y'all, I got this little book right here. It's literally, I hope he don't get mad, but it was literally $5. This book has helped me, and I'm only on day 4. I'm on day 4. But this is like I said, this book was for men. But like what I'm about to tell you guys right now, what I'm about to show you guys, share with you all right now is like literally for any and everybody. So if on the back of the book it says, if you don't want to move, you might as well put this book down right now. That made me pick the book up. That's what made me go ahead and solidify the buy. All right, but back to what I was saying there. These rants, I told y'all, gotta give yourself time to be human, okay? All right, so it was move. Day 2, it was, what is it you want? The scripture said, and Jesus said to him, you all know this one, what do you want me to do for you? Or you ask not because you have not. That's what came to mind. But this one right here says, what do you want me to do for you? And it says right there clearly, what is it that you want? Well, it gives you a little devotional reading to read now, you know, and how his experience. But right here, it says, Jesus, I want you to blank. And the rest is, Father, I ask that you say yes to this prayer. It's hard for me to believe that you want to do things for me. Help me to believe this as I ask and wait expectantly. So there we go. We got the expectancy right there. But then also to answer the question. So again, the question was, what do you want him to do? And the fill in the blank was, Jesus, I want you to. So I had to think about this because it gave me one space, it gave me one line. You know, I wanted to fit in like 5 million things in there, you know, things that really mean something to me. But after I thought about it, the one word that could sum it all up was trust. I want you to deal with me in the area, and I want you to trust me. And here's why I say it, because trust is a big thing. Like I said, he can't bless you with that $1 million job or that podcast or that show that's just gonna blow up or be good, because guess what? I was spending my money on drugs and stuff like that. So I was doing stuff with my money that I didn't have no business doing. So why would he bless me with all of this other stuff, and knowing that would probably be like the last time he's seen me, knowing that, you know, I'm about to turn up, hey, why would I trust you with $100,000 if you can't spend $1,000 by it? So trust. And then, like I said, I am HammerHead Radio, What's Cooking in the Lab. The name of the show is What's Cooking in the Lab, the scientist. So everything is formulas with me. The F5 formula. But trust me with my finances. We just covered that with the stewardship. Trust me with family. I want my own family biologically. Like, you know, let's speak on it. I've been lying for years, telling folks I got kids and don't. Okay? Now, I was with a female who I helped her, aid them in, you know, where the man's whose baby it was fell short. That's always been a passion of mine, but I biologically have no children. And it hurts that I don't. It hurts that I don't yet. But I'm asking the Lord to trust me with my own family. To be able to trust me with my own family. Trust me with a healthy body. Some of us have been plagued with ailments and diagnoses that just seem that they can't just go away. You might have diabetes, you might have HIV, you might have cancer, colon cancer, you might just be sick in the head, might be bipolar, whatever. But oftentimes we don't believe that he can heal us of these things. Okay? Healing is and can happen. God is not a respecter of person. I just read the other day, Jesus raised 2 people from the dead, but Peter, which I did not know, also raised somebody from the dead. Okay? So if Peter did it, that means I can do it too. And so and if he can heal somebody else, then he can heal me too. But the thing comes back to the trust, the word trust. Sometimes some people are only going to God every day faithfully because they sin. You know, so he has to be able to trust me with the ability that if he was to wipe my slate clean and just heal my body totally and completely, that I still would be able to come and worship him. So come on, y'all. I'm talking about something, y'all here. This real. This the real right here. If you don't want the real, go to the next one. Go to the next spot. We got faith. Trust me in my faith. From faith to faith. The patterns. I have been through the same situation over and over and over again. But I'm so quick to forget how to use what happened last time for this situation. Do you get what I'm saying? So faith, the trust is that he can trust me for the new level, from glory to glory, learning from the last. You better feel this in your shanana. Hey, from glory to glory. All right, and then the last one is to forgive. We got to have a heart of forgiveness. That if somebody in my camp, when I blow up and be real big, do me wrong, that I can be able to brush it off, shake it off, and keep it moving. All right, that's enough of Scar Rants right now, but until next time, get you. These is $1 at the store. You can even buy one of them little mirrors from Walmart, and let's start working the process. Let's get committed, and let's stay consistent. See y'all in a minute.